Hey, what is up? It's Jim. I'm back with another Tiller tip. And this week we're talking about withness. Now, I know that was a topic from just 2 weeks ago. I am not trying to recycle material. I just have so much I want to say about it. I really believe that this is an important topic. It is at the heart of the gospel message. I truly believe that God's deepest desire is to be with us. And for us, our soul's deepest desire is to be with Him. Withness is everything. If you haven't seen that video, please go back and check it out. It is powerful. But what I'm thinking about today is a narrative that comes out of the Old Testament. There was a temple that was built, to reside God. This would be the place where God would live. He was at the very center of the temple. But before we talk about what was at the center, let's quickly dissect what was on the outside of the temple. There were all these courtyards working their way in towards the middle. The first courtyard was for the Gentiles. Like literally anyone could go to that place. The next courtyard was for the Jewish women, and then we have a courtyard for the Jewish men, and then finally we've got a courtyard for the priests, and they were at the very edge of the Holy of Holies, that place where God was. And what separated the Holy of Holies from that priestly courtyard was a giant curtain. It was called the veil. It was 60 feet by 30 feet, and it was 4 inches thick. Like, this was a big deal. And it was a big deal because really you couldn't be in God's presence. Like, He is too powerful, too massive. It is like it would succumb us. Like, it would be too much for us to be in God's presence like that. So why didn't they just wall it off? Why did they have a curtain there? Like, that's kind of weird, right? Well, there was one day a year where one man, the high priest, could go into the Holy of Holies and be with God. Think about that. Like, in order to do that, he had to do this act of atonement. So this is the day called Yom Kippur. And this Day of Atonement, he would make sacrifices for Israel's sins and for his sins. And if he did it right, he could go into the Holy of Holies, passing through that veil, and he could spend the day with God. And, legend says that, he would tie a rope around his waist, and if it was too much for him, if he didn't do the atonement properly, they could pull his, body out. But that's not what I want to focus on. What I want to focus on is how wild of an experience that must have been for that priest. He must have come out from the veil just floating, just absolutely electric. It must have been like winning the Super Bowl, the World Series, and the NBA Finals MVP all in one day. Like, it must have just been like, what? Oh my gosh. Like, can you think about how amazing that would have been? He was with God and God was with him, and it was like heaven. It really was like heaven. So that's just crazy. So fast forward to when Jesus died on the cross. I am focusing in on an account from Matthew 27, specifically verses 50 and 51, where Jesus is up on the cross and, he has this final gasp and he cries out, and then he gives his life, and it is finished. It's truly finished. And I love it because this is victory pose. We've done a Tiller tip about victory pose, and Jesus gives his life in victory pose right here. And what happens at that moment is wild. It is bizarre. The sky grows immensely dark. There's an earthquake, and that veil that was separating God from all of us was torn, top to bottom, and very specifically top to bottom. Scriptures indicate this. Extra biblical accounts verify this. Only God could have done this. No man tore that veil. God, busted free from the Holy of Holies. and the Holy Spirit is homeless for a while. Obviously Jesus is resurrected 3 days later, spends time with, his disciples, his people. That's amazing. He ascends to heaven. Then there's this day of Pentecost where the Holy Spirit finally finds a home. He's homeless for this period, but he finds a home, and that home is the new temple. That temple, that home is inside of you, and it's inside of me. And I take it for granted so often. And that's what I want to talk about. I hate that I take it for granted. I should be that electric. It should be like winning the NBA Finals. I was there when the Nuggets won a couple of years ago, and it was like the greatest night of my life. Sorry, Alicia, it really was amazing. But the fact that God is with me, truly with me, I am the temple, the Holy of Holies is inside of me. I should feel that. I should experience that all the time. It really is that unbelievable. Now I get it. There's suffering. There are expectation gaps, and we hate it. It's no good. It's no fun, and it weighs us down. It really challenges us. But, I just think that narrative of being with God, I should be the most free, alive, and interesting person in the world because I am with God and he is with me. There is no curtain separating us. Think about this. That high priest would have to make atonement for sins to go in and be with God. He is literally with us on days that we do things that we ultimately should have to atone for. If we grab hold of Christ's sacrifice, it's all been paid for. It is absolutely wild. I really should. I am shoulding all over myself here. I should be electric about it. So I'm going to challenge you. Are you electric about it? Are you like that high priest coming out from the Holy of Holies? Because it's really such a big deal. Witness is everything. So that's what I have as the tiller tip. I don't know what expectation gaps you're facing. I don't know what is hard and heavy in your life, but I just believe that victory can happen and the witness can help us to overcome. So, I appreciate you checking these out. I look forward to seeing you next time. All right, I'll see you then. Bye.